watch another video. Today we have my absolute best video I've ever made because we have the Lowe's Wednesday. Now there's not many people that have this thing, this guy, this girl yet. So I will be doing a full detailed unboxing. It won't be like my other unboxings. Doing that for the good of Halloween and for YouTube, so that way we have a fully documented unboxing of Wednesday Addams. So here's the top of the box. Here is one side, the front, the other side, and then here's the back of the box. If you want any of that information, go ahead and take a picture or pause the video now. So let's get into this. I don't know how I'm gonna film the opening. I think parts on the inside. Her box is pretty small, but let's just open it and be careful. Okay, so this is a tacky product. So here is the inside of the box. So then we will now take off this top cover. Wow, this is a really interesting way to have a box in here. So once again, this is what the inside looks like. Man, there's just all these extra pieces in here that I will keep because, you know, but this, I believe, is a slide-out box. So we'll just go ahead and show the inside one more time, and I will also get an overhead view. Okay, so here's the inside of the box, for anyone wondering. This is what it looks like with the cardboard inside. I tried getting this in, again, it doesn't work. So now we'll just take this out. I'm gonna keep the cardboard. So she looks really small, but here are her instructions. Do not return this item to store. What? That's weird. So we will do, this is the inside one more time. Here's her clothes. So we're getting a close-up look here. Here is her, she's really small actually. Yeah, I have to slide out. So like most tacky products, you have to slide out the box. Mine will take out, yes. Everything is to this tacky, here we go. Pulled out her inner box. Let's see here. We have to undo this twist tie, and I'm not going to cut the twist ties for the sake of the video. We're going to keep all the twist ties on. Here's one of her inner boxes. Throw that back in there. Then we have her hip loop. So take a look at that, and these all come twist tied together. The power adapter comes attached to this, and actually it has like a screw-on adapter, like an inflatable. So I don't believe this is outdoor rated, but that's just an interesting adapter here. It's 5.9 volt 2 amp. Here's the back of the control box. In the front, you have volume control, demo jack, so that means you could put a chimey in there, as well as the adapter. Next we've got her base. So this is actually not a terrible base, pretty sturdy. So here it is. Here's it this way, this way, this way. The back of it, very nice. Then we have to undo the twist ties for the legs. So here we go. The legs come in this plastic. The plastic came inside of the pole hole. So you just take that out and wow. Her legs are fully just one black. And mine does have some dirt and scratches all over it, which is very unfortunate, but you know, you get what you could take when you're getting this stuff early. But here's that angle, this angle, this angle, and that angle. That is her left foot. Also comes in the plastic. And once again, I am keeping all of the packaging so that way I could put it back basically the way she came. Here's her other leg. There we go. The arms, which these are obviously the main thing of this prop, really. So here you go. Here's her arms. This has this, and this as well comes in the plastic. These are her fingernails. So this plastic, unfortunately, I have to open. So I'll demo that. They'll show you how to open it. You just pull on it. It's just a little sticky. And here we go. Here's her hands in the flesh. So these are interesting. So these are, here we go. And then here's your fingernails. Here's the other side. Once again, come in the plastic. You have to do the same thing for this one to open it. Here's her other arm. There you go. There's all the, her hands do look pretty real. She's a really pale, but I mean, Wednesday is pale, so, but it's more of a yellow pale, not like a white pale. And then all that's left are her poles and her head and body. So, I need to get those undone. And I'm really excited to see her head and body. Okay, cool. All the twist ties on the inside. Her head comes with this cardboard on it. Take that off. Okay, take off the bottom twist tie. And then where's the other one? Right here. The body is free now. Here it is. So it comes in this protective plastic again. Her face comes with bubble wrap to make sure it's not broken. Here's the back of her body. Here's the side, front, other side, back, bottom. And here's the top. So I'll wait to take off that plastic until I get to that step. Then next is her poles. Also twist tied in. Here we go. These come in bubble wrap as well. These just get undone like that. There's only 3, so that's 2 leg poles and then 1 sensor pole. And I'll fix the cardboard later, but that's not, even though the packaging I did focus on, it's not the focus of the problem. We're just gonna put it over here for now. So, let's get started actually. That's interesting. Here's all the parts you need. And I will take a picture of each part too. Here's the warning label. Then, I believe, we get to our actual first step, I'll just show you both pages to save everyone time. So the first step is matching A to A. A and A, these two poles. And these just snap on. Next step is the legs. And these do say right and left. So the right goes right here. And the left goes on the left. And it is the character's point of view. So just keep that in mind. Next step is attaching the control box. What? So that's weird. So you have to undo this twist tie here. Make sure you do this, undo the silver one, because the black one is the adapter. So this is interesting. I actually don't exactly understand what to do here. So you have to match B to B and then C to C. But I don't know how Alright, so this is B. So that means the normal pole goes on the right, and then the control box goes on the left. And it does come with the adapter attached. So that's an interesting thing for this here that most Lowe's and Techie Props are doing. So it just kind of sits here, which is really weird. Then we'll go up. There we go. I think I moved the camera too high. Then you attach this small hip loop. Well, there's only one hip loop, but this is really small. There's only one way it could go. To the back here. Also, the control box just kind of sits there. It's not connected to anything. So it's pretty weird. Kind of pretty period-esque. Then you take the pack up here. So here we go. That's it in the packaging. And you take it out. Then you put it over, but here is the dress. Belt buckle goes in front. But this does have a hard material on the inside. Unfortunately, it is just guarding whatever it's called. Subtle decay, and it'll disintegrate, but I'll keep her at the house just to make sure she stays safe from weather. And she might not even go outside. I love her. Then, now it's time for the main part, adding on the head and arms. So this, you just take off plastic for someone. Taking off the bubble wrap so I could look at her for the first time. She actually looks absolutely amazing. That is an excellent looking animatronic. So then, once again, here she is without the bubble wrap. But then you just open it. You just open up the plastic from somewhere. So you open up the plastic on the bottom. There you go. And then you take her body out. And she has a hairnet on still. And we'll leave that on until later. And then you just attach it onto here. And you could So her body's just hot glued together and it's zip tied once. So I have a strong suspicion that will not last at all. But then you undo the wires here. The wires have a twist tie here. Techie loves their twist ties.
So here she is. She's not tall at all. She's really short, but that's how tall you're going to take it, so it's accurate at least. And you put it down her hip loop to control it. Then you just bring the costume up and over your shoulders here. And you do have to do some readjusting somewhere.
Just like that. She has her costume on. Then, let's see. Then it tells us to connect the wires actually before we bring this up because there is no Velcro in the back. I thought there would be, there is not. So just be careful when you take her down or take her costume off to just because it's not the best quality, but it's not terrible. It's really not that bad. So then it does have elastic around her waist. But here are these wires. And you gotta bring it. Why are there so many? What? Okay, so we need to connect eye to eye. Connect G to G, and then I'm assuming H is the sensor, which is, yep, right here. So then connect H to H, and then unravel the adapter. Again, has a twist tie. Most adapters do though. And then make sure you set it to on, or to whatever you want. I can't see any of this, so we'll do that right now. I'll show you her back with all the wires, also so that way I can see what these say. We have demo on, off, on. So there we go. So now we will bring up the costume. Everything is all connected. We'll bring up the costume facing here. And I know this is a really long video, but I figured as I'm the first one to do a video of her, we should make sure it's detailed. Her costume is kind of a pain. It's not a terrible pain though. But then, yes, you do bring her costume up first before you put the arms on. So you just have to bring the elastic over her hip loop, and then you should be good to get the rest of her costume on. Makes it a lot easier if you get it over the hip loop. Also, you have to watch out for getting it caught here. There we go. Her costume is up and over. Then, all that's left is you connect these very funky looking arms to her shoulders here. There we go, we have this one on. And then all we gotta do is put this one on, and then I'm gonna so you have to actually put all of her buttons on. So that's really annoying. And probably gonna break something here. And her sensor is hidden as one of the buttons somewhere, I think. I thought. I don't know where her sensor is. She has one somewhere. Still trying to get the buttons on. This is taking 20 minutes, but that's because I'm doing all the detail. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea where her sensor is. So then try to bring this up and around her arms. Now it's time for the grand reveal of her hair, which has been the only thing I've seen people complain about. There we go. She is all done now. Try to bring down her hair. Fix it up a little bit. Just make her look a little bit more human. But she looks really good, and she was relatively easy to put together. So now let's go ahead and try to plug her in and see if she works. I don't know. So that's pretty cool. I really like this stuff. And somehow she detects great. I don't think this arm is on there correctly because it's like swinging around. Yeah. I missed one of the holes. But Wednesday is great. My new favorite animatronics for sure. I didn't think I'd like it this much. So now I'm going to try to fix the dress here, which I didn't notice until just now. And then I do believe that this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed a hole here. That does appear to be an issue. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Now we're gonna try her again. But she looks great. She looks great and she sounds great. I just wish they would have kind of taken better care if they were packaging her and shipping her out, because there's a lot of like damage all over her. But you know, I'll give what I can take. I'm the only one that'll notice that. All right. So she definitely has one of the most unique movements out of every animatronic like ever. I've never seen one move advanced like that. Her price is a little. Her price is a little much at $250, but I mean, it's pretty worth it. I wish she was a little taller, but I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be accurate to the show or the movie or the actor. So I'm fine with it only being 5 feet. It's really cool. This is really. If you can find this, I totally recommend getting it. Solid 9 out of 10. Definitely beats 0 over there. So, let's see. I think it's sound act. Is this? Yeah. So I think she's sound activated, but I didn't do much research into that. But I mean, it's great. I'm very glad I got it. So that's it for this video. It's very cool that I was able to unbox it. So thank you to the Lowe's workers, of course, for getting this down for me. This is a very, very neat prop. I would totally recommend getting it if you see it. If you have gift cards, use it. I did not use my gift cards because I wanted them to not take it away from me in case. But here she is. Very, very awesome. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.